Hello guys, welcome to part 7 of the Ukraine farming with NATO AID diorama view. Okay, I think I start with this. Okay, just before the camera, I turned on the camera, and then I was watching Andrew Karamata, another YouTuber. I just noticed this guy has 1.14 million subscribers. Then American Redneck Engineering. This is the way this guy rules since he's young, since he's a boy. Okay. So I have this thing playing in the background. So let's get back to this. So before actually I turn on the camera and watching this guy, I was actually doing some defraying on 550 paracords. Okay, these white strands are actually from inside the paracords. Okay. I'm using paracords as frocking material. Okay, frocking material such as this one or this guy. It's because 550 cords when defray, they are finer than the what we call comb Tibetan lamb wool. Plus under a hot hair dryer, they are actually shapeable, sculptable, stylable. Okay, so we'll get on to this later. So we'll put this aside, put this one in one side. We'll come back to that later. So I also brought up this kit. This is one of the two kits I found when I was doing some area cleaning as well. Okay, the other one was actually the 21st century kit that is made into the grandfather. Okay, this one was I think one episode back with the touch up. Sorry, it was done 2 episodes back, part 4, and then I did the touch up on this guy in part 6. No, it was done in part 5, touch up in part 6. So right now we have this 4 figures roughly on the plank for the plank diorama. Well, this 3 guy is actually stick, and then had one feet is already stick on the plank, while the other one has the super glue to the plank. So right now we have something like that. So as I was reviewing this one, I think I can squeeze another figure inside here, possibly 2. Okay, so that is that. So it actually brings down to this thing again. This one is 21st century, done in front of the camera in episode 5. So right now at episode 7, we are going to take a look at the ultimate soldier kit. Hopefully build another figure there. So let's take a look at this kit. What year is it? Okay, this is 21st century. Is there a year? Is there? Yeah, here it is. Same vintage. The year 2000. A very good year. Same as this 21st century kit. So actually, I was actually hopeful for how the headsculpt will turn out. So you may notice the lighting is a bit what we call fuse, because I also did some redneck engineering on my own. Okay. Previously this thing was actually not filtered. Then before all this, I went into the kitchen, get a piece of this baking paper, double side tape to the rims. As you can see, this part is already coming off. But anyways, I think the fuse it will be less harsh on the camera. Oh, as well as some of the scratch bedding stuff I do here. It's actually a saw holder made from the same what we call scrap goat skin. Scrap goat skin that I use for the belt on this guy. Yeah, this is actually a fast project, maybe 10 minutes. A 10 minutes fast project to get a sleeve here, so that I can grab my saw in and out as I'm working on the workbench. Okay, so on the mount, get you guys focus. Zoom out a bit. Okay, so this is my area and my center area. Okay, good enough. So coffee out of the way. We get to this 22-year-old kid. Right now, what you see is a dramatic recreation of what happened before I turned on the camera. Curious of what this guy actually look like. Actually, I have already cut this thing and then brought the sleeve up. And lo and behold, this is actually what got me to do this thing in the first place. So the figure is something like that. So that figure, it actually doesn't lend well to a full beard, but not this guy. Okay, not this guy. This guy definitely need a full beard to bring out the character. So we'll do it the faster way, hopefully. Okay. Today I'm going to throw away those things except for these round things, which may come in useful when I scratch with some other things. What other things, I don't know. But seemingly useful things I actually do keep them around. Don't know when I'm going to use it, how I'm going to use it, where I'm going to use it, but I do keep them around. Okay, so we have something like that. Okay. This one, I think the most useful item is this one, which I will make into maybe a SBO, better skeleton order for this thing. Okay, and there is that. We'll put it one side, just in case anyone is interested. Already one of the buckle has come off from here. Okay, if anyone is interested, I've already thrown away the 21st century box. I tell you guys, I bring you the guys down to look at where I keep stuff like that. It's inside here. Now inside this box has been with me for the past, I think, 20-30 years. Okay, It's actually yellow, then I actually go over it with a rattle can of white. I mean, obviously, right now it's colored. So some of these things inside here is decades old. I just throw whatever is seemingly useful inside here. Okay, maybe this carabiner will go into a waste joint or something like that. And of course, I keep my blades here. Blades are real blades. Here. Obviously, some of this one is used to keep scrap also. Oh, this is my polishing compound, which I've totally forgotten. Okay, things like, you know, this earphone buds with hands like that. Maybe I show you. Give me a second. Okay, zoom in a bit. Focus. Okay, earphone buds. Let me clean up all this. Throw them away in the bin below. Okay, for earphone buds, one of the more useful way for those spare earphone buds you have is actually to hold items on hands like that. Okay, let's say you want to hold a stick. Just shove it into this one. Okay, shove it into this one, into the hand. Okay, so with certain poses, okay. Obviously this one is the I think the XL piece or what, but those are smaller pieces like this one. I should grab this thing first. Okay, with the smaller size one, it's actually a better fit. Then you can actually hide conceal it better. Okay, seemingly useful things, no idea where I'm going to use it, how I'm going to use it. I actually just throw them inside. Okay, off with the plastic bag, save some space. Okay, so right now we already have something that came off. Where does it came off from? That is the question. Okay, no matter. So for those parts that I may find that I need later, missing part actually here. Okay, for one tip, if you have a small workbench like that, maybe you can add some working space. Instead of throwing things around, put it up a small short shelf, not short, the low shelf. Find something like that to slide it under. Okay, to slide under, put something in, so those are easy to go missing parts. You just put something here, go inside, so that one fine day when you happen that, oh, I need that one, where did I put it? That's the first place where I'll go. If not, most probably I'll just scratch build another one. Oh, it's tie. It's actually tie. So no. Surprise, this is leather. The belt is leather. this is, oh, this is actually something like a rubber tire, this bicycle tire. Oh, it's actually quite the detail is quite nice. Okay, this one obviously the shirt doesn't, it's not required for a Ukrainian war that is still raging. So we'll get Andrew Karamata going, so that whenever I zone off, the whole place is not that quiet. Right now I think it's past midnight here in Singapore. Okay, should I keep this one? No. But the boots have to come off. I don't feel like going to the kitchen to boil water. Okay, after I took off all these, no. It needs boiling water. Okay, so we'll leave this. This one I think I'll do it off camera, or maybe later. Okay, in this give me a second. Okay, for this grandpa, basically the surface I have to work with is the same. It's not prime, it's actually a bare what we call slightly rubberized plastics, but it's bare. This guy only has the hair and the brow sort of dry brush in, and of course with some with the eyeballs like dragon. But it's not the dragon that is actually quite, you know, quite big. This one is actually, you know, semi-close. So basically this one is painted live in front of a camera using standard water soluble color pencil and what we call enamel paint thinner. I think I did this in part 5, yeah. It's towards the end. It is towards the end. Anyway, it's just a few parts ago. Okay, standard watercolor pencils. So this one actually produced in daylight. Right now the light is too artificial. This one actually I like the you know the pastry look of this one. So for this one, we'll do away with the color pencil and go for enamel washes. It's something I want to try. Then of course, it's another old man. The hair will be done now to that peppery white. Okay, so hopefully the camera will pick up this one. This is the way this thing looks. Okay. Excuse me the hours, but here in Singapore, they had everybody working like slaves. There's actually really a little free time. We are working something like 12 hours, 14 hours, not excluding traveling time. Okay, let's get going. So in Singapore actually, so in Singapore actually, time is a premium. Now, when I do have time in Facebook, I will actually reply to a lot of messages. Not all, but to a lot. But I think this past 6 months, there's very little time. If I reply to any to the messages, I won't have time to spend on the workbench. But that's the way it is. Where is my only used to be good, now it's a decent paintbrush, my only one. So okay, let's get it going. Okay, again, this is not Tamiya How Rate, which I ran out of. Tamiya How Rate XF9 is perfect for skin tones. It's very close to what you see in YouTube, what you read in magazine, raw sienna. This is not XF9. This is actually red brown XF10. It's actually not suitable for this one, but I try to, you know, vary the thickness, viscosity of the wash. Some of this into this one, watered down with use what we call brush cleaning thinner. There I zone out again. So the same thing, start now with the ears to get the viscosity of the you see one drop here, one drop here already. There's capillary action already. Okay. Start with the ears to get a sense of the viscosity of the solution. Get a sense of what shade you can achieve. When it's wet, when it's dry, when pulls like that, actually dry off. Okay, when pulls like that, actually dry off. Okay. So with this one, usually I start with the hairline, but because this one is going peppery white later, so this is actually a futile effort. But this guy will definitely need some flicks of paints. Maybe as young as flickers, old as liver spots. But it does need some flicks of paint. So we'll do that now. Which the paint turns out to be too thin on the first two try. We got some here, a bit here, a bit here. Let all this dry off first. Now again, this flat brown is not suitable color to do this. If we are going to do this with Tamiya paint, go for XF9 How Rate. Okay, so in the slightly past midnight hours, again in an aircon and AC environment. Yeah, I see some on the forehead, little bit on the forehead. I require some help drying this thing off. Show a hair dryer, a hot hair dryer. Okay. Now later I'm going to make this thing, because with this beard going on, the complexion will be slightly what we call more flush, more blush than that. Because I'm planning not to take away the hands, and maybe let him hold a bottle of this Molotov cocktail. You know those like what you see in newsreel. Let's see if I have it. a bottle of a bottle of a bottle filled with petrol, then a piece of cloth are coming out to be lit and thrown at the tanks and engine compartment. So I'm not going to do away with the hands, and then maybe I have him a whole Molotov cocktails. This other hand, I come up with something else. But if you want to see this type of hand, unremovable hand, change out to a modern hand with different joints, go to part 6, which I did this morning. Okay, two different brand of hands going into what is an unmovable 20. This is 21st century original body. Okay. Okay. You can have hands like this. So we come back. Yeah, it's sufficiently dry enough. So we'll go over. I really need to stir this thing. Okay. Yep. So as usual, we'll go around the eye socket area. You know, I really can't see. My eyes really can't focus on the final detail. I don't do eyeballs. Even painting like that, I'm letting the liquid flow into the lines. This is sort of like cheating, but I call it a watercolor painting style. Okay. This one has to be done upside down to get the upper eyelids. Okay, the upper eyelids. The shading there. So after that, the lower eyelid. I'm going after the recess between the eyeball and the eyelid itself. I'm actually I can't actually see, you know. I'm doing this one by feel. Okay, we have something. Okay, the fish line at the corner of the eyes. Yep, this guy actually with the darker tone of enamel wash versus standard color pencil, there is a difference. Okay, so the frown above the eyelids, the what we call this one. This one has no lines here, so I just maybe a few strokes. Yeah. Okay, so obviously the 5 o'clock shadow. The temple area. Nope. The perspective is all different when it's upside down. Okay, the sunken shade area. This one here. Okay, this what do you call this thing? This part. this line here. Nostrils. Okay, under the chin, the sunken. Okay, so we have a rough shadowing of the key areas. Okay, of the key areas, and we have something like that. Okay. Yeah, I think this one picks up better than this one, but I do wish I have the authentic Tamiya how red. Okay, so wash the paint and go for the reds. This time I'm not going to bother with the color pencil. I'll just go crazy and go for this one. Okay, this is actually XF7. Together with yellow, actually I run out of red. Primary colors, the two primary colors that I really need. And believe it or not, both colors the Tamiya agent in Singapore don't have it. Hard to believe. I made a few trips last year. Okay, a few trips over a few months. They just don't have it. Okay, so instant wash. Okay, it's good enough. So this time to test out the race again, lips. Okay, let the thing flow through, then pull. Wait, I need to block this thing out. Flow through the center, then pull out from the center. Yeah, it's too thick. I think in future I will do a combination of enamel wash and color pencil. I think it'll be better. This thing is really too thick, too rich. Okay, again, tip of the nose. But because this guy is in the cold of spring, just coming off winter, a bit more this time, because I'm going to make him a bit flushed, a bit more flush. So the next key one is actually the teardrop hole. Okay. Yeah, the teardrop hole. And then the same with the same capillary action. Try to get this thing on the lower eyelids. Okay, I think we are good. More here. Okay. Yeah, I think we are good. Okay, so the next one is the flushness of the cheek. Okay, so I think it's thin enough. Okay, so to test out this one, I do the tip of the ears. And the cheeks, double check. Okay, the cheeks. Okay, for the cheeks one is actually the main area. The main area is actually this part. Okay, and it actually brings down to this part and this part in various decreasing shades. Okay, this part. Okay, then decreasing shade. This actually this part in decreasing shades and down. Okay. Then for this guy, I want to go over the bridge of the nose in very thin slight suggestions. Carry down to this side. So again, the main area is this area. After this one, to seal up everything, I'll go for some of this what we call redone matte varnish. Okay, this one at this stage, the brush stroke that goes down is actually quite what we call rough. I only want it to get to some area. With, I think if you can pick up some of the eyelids has some overruns. Okay, so even more thinner. I think I forgot to switch off a fan somewhere. It's still humming in the background. Okay, so okay, this time is actually the side of the temples. Now this side of the temple usually is darken. It's a darkened brown, which I just now I missed. Okay, I go to this part, but this side I missed. Yeah, both sides I missed. This one is actually darkened brown, but like what I say, there's no hard and fast rule that you must tie-dye, must do this one before you go do that one. Okay, some thin suggestions. Very thin suggestions. And then of course, oh, this is very much easier to when done with this standard color pencils. Today I'm doing it with enamels. Okay, so here this part, and of course extend to the root of the hair. The root of the hair is a combination of the darker color and this one. But of course, later with the hair turning white, so this one may be a lost cause. Okay, so something like that. Okay, now he looks like he has makeup on, so we'll do away with this one. Red color is very dangerous. A little bit goes a long way. Same with the blacks. Red is actually one color that I don't usually keep, you know. And it's one of those colors that actually I actually wash off. So the next one, I'll try to blend some of these colors right now, and as well as shade just now the mist temple area. So just now I missed this area. So when I'm doing this area, I'm also trying to blend whatever came before this. Okay, so this is actually also quite roughly done. Okay, my eyes has finally received some focus. There is some lines here, some relief lines here. There is some. My eyes seem to work in spurts and spouts. Yeah, there are still very fine frown lines here. Try to pick up. Okay, so we'll clean up the cheek a bit, the lips a bit. Okay, so the next one, thinner than thin down washes. Okay, this one just light passes. Okay, remember this thing is not matte varnish are protected. It can go wrong very fast. Preferably, if you're starting on this one, get the coat of this one on before this step. Another big advice, another important advice that I always emphasize on Facebook and when there's inquiries. Practice on all obsolete headsculpt first. Okay, this one is actually a single stroke to blend everything in. Okay. Okay. So we take care of this area. So we go for the forehead. One single stroke. Okay. So the rest is what you see your girlfriends. Hopefully not yourself. Your girlfriends, your wife, your mother do when they are applying makeup. Okay. The same motions. Okay. Reduce some of the shadow here. Pick up from here. This part goes down like that. This one is, there's almost no paint there. Okay, one reason I put on this one is as the I'm zooming out again. As the paint thinner hits the end and start to evaporate, it start to denature. That means it grows weaker. So it's actually not aggressive. But again, all this one is all talk. It's all talk. It's your if you're painting the headsculpts, make sure you practice. Get a few headsculpts under your belt. Don't like it, just wash it clean. Then I use the headsculpt to practice again. Okay. So a bit more blending here. The temple area, which I would think I need to blot it out some. So I will pull out some from the temple area. This part is too dark. I need to pull out some. Pull back some. Like what the other modeler says, pull back some. Okay, so pull back some, get it more blended in. Pull some of the flush from this side to this side, and roughly we have less of a makeup, except for the brow, except for the mouth area. It's still too red for a man. Then with a bit of overrun, it actually looks like Joker, which this swap actually takes care of. Okay, darken this one, darken the reds. Now actually I wish the reds is applied with a standard watercolors. Okay, I think I need to pull it back a bit more. You see, even a little bit of a red makes the whole solution change. Little bit of red goes a long way. Okay, pull back more reds. Yeah, I think I'm happy with it. Okay, spread the reds out a bit. Back onto the nostril. Maybe help with the flush here. The flush here. The flush here. Here. Yeah, I think it's something I think we can start the beard on. But we'll never know until it dries overnight. So actually, no matter how fast you do, there's no such thing as painting a headsculpt in one session. No. do this the faster way. Keep everything. All this one will not be used later. Forgot to wash the brush. Okay, keep all these. Give me a few seconds. Exciting times. Okay, so we are done with all the colors in the drawers. So why do I keep the thinner? Why do I keep the? I need to keep this one. I don't the open cans to be evaporated. Okay, because I'm using this one to dry this one and heat up this thing at the same time. Yeah. Inside the nose, inside the ear is still wet. Okay. I'm going to stand up, open the window, and then we'll do it here. Give me a few seconds. Open the window. Quick shot. Okay, the nozzle is clean. Okay. So we have a layer to protect all this one, especially whatever they use here, because it's going to return a peppery white later. Okay, so we come to the next session. The whites. We need a couple of these. One of these. Not a couple, but one. The same 3 shades we used yesterday. White, darker grey, lighter grey. It doesn't matter which color. You can even use black with white. Doesn't matter. Hey, I forgot to close the window. Give me a second. Okay, because I do have the aircon on. Okay. Again, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter which color. So I'm not even going to show you which Tamiya paint is I'm using. The 2 paintbrush that I forgot to wash yesterday. This one is, I think, artificial fibers. That one is no good. That one is actually no good. So I start with the all three, applying all 3 at the same time. Okay. So a quick stir. White here. One reason I don't show you this color is because for me it doesn't matter. So this gray with a bit of white, and this white very light gray with a bit of a darker one, doesn't matter. For me, actually, with the amount of colors and shade I'm doing, I have actually very few paints inside there. So we'll do the dark one first. I do need another cut. We need this thing later. Okay, so dry brush on. wonder how some of these will look on the under the nose and around the chin area. Okay, some of these are lighter gray. Yeah, and some are with roughly the same color with this one, so some whites. Too thick. Maybe some on this part also. Why not? You bring down the hairline as well. Okay, so that, and then we go for basically all whites, which we need to get some of this off. Different bottle of paintbrush cleaning thinner. Okay, some whites. The root of the hair, extended root of the hair. Sorry. Some here. Cut along the. This is the part that's hardest to get. This part also hardest to get. Now I'm going along the hairlines, because right now I have a sense of how thick is the paint, where do I want the effects of the lighter white. I think I need to look for a smaller brush to get on the hairline itself. I'm trying to get away from this guy that needs a darker wash. So hopefully we don't need a wash later. So hopefully, yeah, but I do need a smaller brush. Which do I have it? Okay, we'll try this one. This is actually a cheap China sable brush. This is, I think, pig's hair. This is pig hair. The one that I use, this is actually a horse. But like what I said, I don't actually take care of my brushes. This is actually my daughter's throwaway items. You know, those they use for this preschool arts. In Singapore, we call it the kindergarten arts. Maybe the primary 1, primary 2, primary 2 arts. Primary school arts, sorry. That type of brush actually I use for other purposes. I will show you when the times come. Because right now I can't think of any also. Yeah, definitely the smaller brush. Okay. Okay, the sideburns, which is non-existent, which will be dry brush on, and then the beard will carry on from this area. Exciting times, guys. Hey, yesterday I was yakking about naming this workman session as a Forrest Gump. The Forrest Gump series, Forrest Gump time or something like that. It's because usually in this type of session I do not actually plan for anything. Yeah. In fact, if you watch my earlier episodes, besides getting a topic of a view, whether it's a figure or diorama or whatever, besides getting the topic, there's no, for me, there's actually no plan of action. Okay, I think we have it quite nicely done. I think this one we can get away without any more washes. So to protect everything before we start frocking, another coat of matte varnish. Which, if I had known, I would not have cleaned up the nozzle. Save on that few shots of paint, you know. Okay. Again, I forgot to wash the brushes. Get it dry to a certain state, then we'll start on the frocking. Right now, with the second coat of varnish on the face, tomorrow I definitely need to go over everything again. Just you know, the simple tone wash to blend in everything. Yeah, but I think it's looking nice. I forget the brows. I forgot the brows, which I will now. Exciting time at the workbench. This is exciting, as exciting as it gets, really. Usually modelers, we work in solitude and in silence. Even for me, doing YouTube, I find it quite difficult to talk and work at the same time. Okay, the brows. Brows as brows goes, a little bit enough. Little bit is enough. Too much will look like you know, snow has landed on the brow. Yep. Should I wash this? I must wash this. Forget about the other two. Oh, I need to preserve this one. Is it the one that I use? Yeah, I think it's the one that I use. Or is it not? I think it's not the one that I use. This is the one that I use. This one I don't. This one I don't really care. So we move on to the frocking. Now, actually, frocking on YouTube for 1/6 is usually done by gluing the fibers on. Then in my moment of wisdom some time ago, actually I decided not to do that. Now it's done with drills, of which I think this is too cost. Give me a second. This is too cost. This is too. Is it too small? Yeah, it's too. No, sorry, bad eyes again. Yeah, it's a bit too thin. So if you see if I can get one that is the more appropriate size. If not, we'll go with this. Yeah, I think we'll go with this. Hopefully it's sharp. I think we'll go with this. Keep this. Keep this. Keep this. and we'll use this. Okay, this one, this is actually a handmade tool. It's actually a piece of it's actually a piece of needle with the top part snap off. One longer, one shorter to hold the fibers and push it in. Of course, any handle will do. But this one, I think I've snapped off one of the longer pieces, of which I think I have another piece. Later we'll use this one. Then shall I throw away this one? Okay, we'll put it one side. Okay, frocking. Usually, now I got some on the lips. Okay, usually for frocking, 1 or 2 hole per under the nostril 1 or 2 hole is enough. Okay, 1 or 2 hole. Usually if I'm lazy, I'll just go with 1 hole. Today I'll go with 1 hole. Then obviously, as you go down, the spacing is not that important. Oh my god, it's not the pin I have it here. It's actually the snow effect of cold pin. Yep. Which I think I'll have to take care of it right now. Exciting times at the workbench. Okay. In the dead of the night. Okay, try to clean up all these. Let everything dry up. Tomorrow, then we'll blend in again. I was wondering how come the lips are white. Okay. Yeah, I think we have got it to an acceptable stage. And that's how you cure the frosting off a can. Yep. Especially the face part which frocking will go on. Once it's frogged, this part cannot be done. Or it's more difficult to do. Tell you what, I will do tomorrow's part here today also, blend in everything. So let's see how it turns out tomorrow. Same, very paint thinner, doesn't matter which color you use. In this case, it's almost a green, very thin. But it's better to use a denatured thinner. In this case, it's a paintbrush cleaning bottle. Okay, here we go. It's actually, for this part, it's really how women put on the makeup. I use the same stroke. Okay, like this one. And for the eyebrow, go up. This part naturally will be straight. Okay, come down the side of the nose. Okay, the nose, then go up from here. Okay, come out here, then go up from here. Come out from here, go up from here. And you'll find all the paint will be more or less blended to the shade you want. I think I'm quite pleased with it. See, again no such thing as a one day headsculpt painting job. Tomorrow, after everything dry and cure, we'll see what happens. So we'll get back to the frocking. Just now, before we go on to this one, is actually today. Usually, I will have I have 2 holes here. Okay, but today we'll go for 1 hole very near the nostril, under the nostril. Okay, just beside the parting line. and then one on the one just before the lip, one on the dimple of the lip. Then from here, okay, for this one the spacing is not that important, right? Just get some holes in along the line that you want, or not the line you want, the approximate line that you want. So where's my other one? This one, the 2-tin one, will be a piloting hole for that more precise location, which is just beside the you know the line. Oh, the material is softer than I thought, so maybe there's no use for that. Okay, under the nostril too, beside the mouth one. Below the lips. One. Around the dimple area one. Towards the base of the chin one. Okay, so actually that's the more important holes. So after I get the important pilot holes in, this a bigger hole. This thing is magnetic. It goes in well but pulls out, leaving the real big stud inside. Oh. Nope, does not work well. So we have something like that, just to hold the real big in. Live action at the moment, guys. That's what actually works. This part. Under the under the nose, the center part. One hole here. One hole here. Okay, that's good now. So the area, the most important part obviously is where the hair meets the ear, or somewhere there. Okay, then actually the rest of the spacing of the hole is actually not that important. But if you do it too closely as you frock, just leave the hole empty. Go to the next one. A thicker, stickier one maybe. important hole at the base of the sideburn beside the ear. On this side, then the rest is actually like what I told you, it's not that important. Yeah, I got that one too close. Okay, another one here. Yeah. I don't think this hole will get used. And then somewhere here. Okay, so as you may notice, the hole actually start from here, not all the way down, but comes up to this part, and then one hole here. Okay. Then for this section, actually, I got two holes are too close together. Debur a bit and took off some skin. Okay. So okay, I think it's good enough. So we'll go for frocking. Okay, surprisingly, this part you actually need a pair of sharp scissors. Okay, don't go for blunt scissors. Get a pair of sharp scissors. Okay, the way I defrost this one is actually the inner of the 550 cord tie at the center to get a grip of something. The shorter it is, easier to defrost. To defray, not defrost. Okay, actually one of the most important tools is actually something that is smooth. It could be a needle, it could be something, but I happen to have a leather working punching tool. Stainless steel, quite smooth. Then on this part, if you are starting new, just defray from the outside. Maybe a cm at a time, then move in. Okay, then move in. If you go too far, you will know. When you defray, you know, you just bind itself. But surprisingly, these fibers is actually the thickness is actually a very microscopic, but very, very strong. After all, they use this type of cords to rig parachutes, of which the riggers saw upon the chute after they spec, before it's stored away to be used by the soldiers, by the paratroopers. Okay, something like that. Go maybe a cm at a time until you get most of the strand defray. Then you can cheat a bit. Maybe you know, just go away with the fingers. But for this, some of it is finely defray, but some is not, which on the figure is still possible to do it. So don't go crazy about this. This thing, this wet over the before I turn on the camera, I had my eyes on YouTube, feet up on the bed. This thing in about both sides in about 20 minutes. Yeah, I think it's about 20 minutes. Okay, so we go to the next important part: a sharp pair of scissors. A sharp pair of scissors. Yeah. So we'll cut off the base as much as possible and try to double the longer strands. Okay, just get a weight. How much doesn't matter. The needle part, the needle instrument thing, this in the center. Sit the thing in and just shove it in.
take your grease gun, put it on there, and you can grease these up.
Now for this one is actually those soft rubberized plastic, but it's also possible to frock epoxy ones. This is epoxy. Okay, this is epoxy headsculpt. Totally hard, but it's still possible to frock using this method. Sorry. The next one. Now, previously, before I come up with this thing, actually I was fed up waiting overnight for this PVA to dry when I'm using those Tibetan lamb wool. And then also by then any slight pulling or what of the lamb wool before the PVA is fully dry or whatever, even overnight will cause a lot of heartache. Actually, I got fed up with that. Okay, something like that. Of course, for this one, you may like to try maybe some other colors with this one. Maybe some coyote brown, some blacks. But again, I advise against black. I tried it before. It looks funny. Okay, so it ends up like that. Okay. Already, if I stop talking and just doing, we would be done by now. Or if I have better eyes and less shaky hands, I can't even see where the fibers are hooking on this thing. Yep, missed this one. So no big deal. We'll go for some, or we'll just leave it at that. Okay, previously actually I when I started this one, I was also worried about the fibers coming off. So actually I did go over from the inside of the headsculpt with super glue, but no point, really no point. Okay, the one that comes out, I don't even try. I go for the next hole already, which is under the dimple. Okay, some mistrend again. Goes in there. Yeah, under the dimple. So I see some loose strand on the last hole. Goes in. Come on. And we have something like that. And another loose strand. I can't even focus on the tip of this thing. I'm doing it by feel mostly. Okay, the same hole in the dimple. yeah, I got it mostly in. So by this time we have used up about 1/3 of that wet. So we come to this side. Okay, don't fail me on this one. The one at the topmost. Shaky hand, bad eyes, bad combination. Very bad combination. Do we have all the strands in? No, it's only a third. So go over it again. Hopefully we'll get most of it in. I think I got slightly more than half of it in. Yeah, I think I got about 60% in that time, which is the most important hole. We'll go for the next hole. Okay, twist it a bit. Let the thing capture on the tip of needle. Pull it back, hold it, and we shove it in again. The next hole. Now frocking, whether it's done by PVC or this method, be prepared that after you work, some fibers will get off, will come off. Okay, when you're doing by the PVA method, usually about 30%. But I place it around 33.3. 1/3 will come off. This method, some will come off, but it's I think in the region of maybe about 7-10%. It's those fibers that actually was not hooked properly, my fault. But if you have better eyes, better hands, it's a different story. But for me, because of my eyes and the hands, it's about I put it at 10%, because I miss the hole very often. Not miss the hole, miss the hooking part very often. Okay, this is the shorter one already. So the strand totally came off. One shaft, another shaft, another shaft, and basically it's still mostly in. Okay, at this stage, the longer strand is this side, the shorter one is this side. See? Then I miss a lot of this hooking on this part. Actually, some do come off. Some do come off. Okay, I think we are down to the last 3 or 4 holes on the lower part. I really need better eyes. And Andrew is preparing his second set of heavy equipment. Now you know people like this Andrew Katamara. pencil pushers hate this type of people. Never ever fight. Never ever follow the book. But things not only get done, they actually get done better. And in most cases, it became the SOP which the pencil pushers is to follow.
That would work. All these will cut this plate and do a good job. It's just that it's loud and slow, and therefore not that.
In my younger days, I'm
Of course.
one of these also.
Because it's kind of like this plasma cutter. It uses.
But in Singapore's context,
It will cut that plate. It just.
nowadays it's actually the pencil pushers they actually 100% get the upper hand. And then, but luckily right now I'm almost 60-year-old man, so it doesn't bother me much. But what I'm actually worried about is the younger generation and the culture that this type of producers. You know, when youngsters go into the labor market, encounter this type, so blah blah blah, actually the country can't grow. It's that simple. The country actually can't grow. It's no good economically. Then luckily for YouTube, I get to see people like this Andrew Katamara at work. Otherwise, usually this type of people, this category of people will actually work in silence in the company of their friends, those that actually not go into a job or project, but it's actually to fight on a project. You know, really put their heart and mind in. Then whatever problem that comes is dealt with on the spot, the redneck way. I mean technical problem, not like pencil pushers are going upon them. Okay, so right now we got back to the last chin dimple with a few strands left for the beard, which luckily I said I only need 2, but I drew 4. See how it goes. Okay, the last chin one, which don't need much, so I'm going to double on this one, exactly in half. Then after that, after the mustache area, we'll do some styling. Usually, at this stage, whatever color of fibers I use, at this stage, the figure actually looks like, you know, those Chinese kung fu character. You know, those that actually live secluded in a mountain. Then they are almost like what we call gods, legends of old. I can't see the final fibers. I just comb it blind. See what's left. Okay. So do we have enough fibers to balance the other side? Okay. So roughly the other side will. Another one came off. I'm actually doing this by feel and approximation. I really can't focus on the tip. It's the same with the painting with the headsculpt. I really can't see. My eyes is really that bad, guys. Okay. The whole thing really actually came off. Why lah? Please copy lah. think I just shove it in multiple times. See what we have left, or see what we end up with. Second one, catch more fibers, push it in. Yep, it's mostly in. Okay, it's mostly in. Okay, it's mostly in. I think we'll go for the extra hole that I drew for the upper lips. So this one goes to the other side. Because I really can't get the full amount in. If I get the full amount in, the other two holes that I drew will be useless. Let's do it the other way. Not the other way. Okay. No, the other way. The other side. Okay, one shaft. I think this is how I broke the other DIY tool that I showed you at the beginning of the video. Second one. Yeah, it's mostly it. So we have something like that. Something like that. Okay. Divide these two again, then go for the other two holes. Because I can't get the full amount into the upper lip hole. So this is a way to cover up or make up for this lost fiber on the first hole. Why the two extra hole, you may ask? Because we actually need to practice. So after frocking a few of this headsculpt, I know my mileage. But I can tell you, the gunny there only has two holes under the nostril. Later I pull gunny out and show you. Okay, go for the second hole. Second shove in, which I missed the hole entirely. Okay, second hole in, yeah. So the last of the fibers, with one, the one that I cut off, showing you guys just now, I think. Okay, comb it a bit. Try to get this thing in. Yeah, not in. Hook to the okay, let's set the other hole. Okay, we got most of it in, and we have someone from a Chinese kung fu movie. Wow, this side is really bad. This side. You know how bad is my eyesight. This side is not even in the hole. It's on the cheek. I actually poked through the cheek. I show you guys. My eyes is really that bad. Okay, see, instead of this hole here that I drew, I actually poked through this cheek, the cheek here. Is it the end of the universe? What will happen next? We'll figure out later. but it's my eyes is really that bad. Okay, I think I need to comb this thing out a bit. Pull this thing out a bit. It's too notch at one end. Okay, so we'll go for another try. This time I don't want to make another mistake with another hole. Hey, I bet if you guys started to do this, started to do the same thing after a few practice, y'all can do in about maybe half an hour, 20 minutes. Most of the time taken out is just simply I can't see. Okay, so we have something from the Chinese movie, something like that. Okay, Gani. Okay, this Gani that I actually posted last week. This diorama build. The whole build actually is done on Facebook. Okay, the mustache that Gani has on is a 2-hole affair. Okay. It's a 2-hole affair. Okay, back to our guy. And the rubber grip on my stick has came off. I just shove it in. Okay, focus. Oh my god. 1 hour 37 minutes. So okay, the next step styling. I think I could just go for this one for the full 2 hours. See what happens. Okay, hot hair dryer. A guy looking like someone from some guru from India. Okay, now I turn it to cold. Or I turn off the heat, leaving only the fan on. Okay, basically right now we have the fibers in shape in more or less control, and now we have Moses. Okay, right now basically we have Moses. So now come to the trimming part. Okay, so you see some of the fibers, some of the loose fibers, there's no sharp already coming off. See? Okay, well, I'll keep all this. Maybe I'll go through the other hole later. Okay, so now right now we go for the trimming. Okay, for the trimming, actually right now you can loosen up all this. There is actually not defray to the max. You just remember after sharpening the strands are shorter, so you can do stuff like that. The shorter the strand is, the easier it is to defray. So I think I'm happy with this one. So we'll style this. Start to trim off the beard. Trim off the beard, then more fibers came off. This is actually due to my poor eyesight. The fibers that came off, mostly due to my poor eyesight than anything. The fiber is actually not sharpened properly. Okay, so the line, we need to see the mouth actually. Okay, so the starting part, let's start with the mustache. Okay, just cut off. Okay, wrong side. Just cut off some. Now for this trimming, don't go one shot. It's like headsculpt painting. Do it over a few times. Just go a bit shorter, a bit shorter, a bit shorter. Okay, it's easy, very easy to overdo it. Okay, do I do this? No. I got the longer strand. I got the longer strands there. Okay, so we go for this part. This is the part that makes the figure look less like a dog. Okay. Again, don't go for a one cut deal. Try to separate the mustache from the beard. Already you can see this side is shorter than this one. This side has more than this one. Okay, this one, the length. Okay, the part that actually makes the fella look more like a dog. Trim off. Once you can get the sideburn part off, you'll get easier to style.
But then I got for this area here where there's a gap, see, like a ½ inch. And so I got an idea here to pull it tight.
Right now I can tell you the left is not equal to right. Definitely. Because at this stage even with this thing in front of me, I don't even know where I'm going. Okay, need to defray this strand a bit. Okay, the one under the chin a bit needs to be defrayed. This one definitely need another cut. Yeah, to equalize both sides. Defray. Use the back of the knife. We need to see the mouth. And get separate the beard from the mustache, which we will trim again and again, because the mustache right now the left is not equal to the right. Simple as that. Okay, trim off some. And we clean up the bench a bit, because once the hot hair dryer hits, all these fibers will be sent up flying. Okay, we keep the longer one just in case. Plastic bag, and throw away the shorter ones. Okay, we throw away the shorter ones and hit the hair dryer again. Okay, hair dryer again. Okay, right now we are separating the mustache from the beard, which I will trim more here. Here. Yeah, something like that. Okay. Something like that. Okay, then these two parts need to be brought down before we start trimming again. Okay, at this stage is the first trim. So right now what I'm doing is actually to defray everything as much as possible. Then also want to blend all the fibers from the individual hole as possible. I do that by rolling all the fibers together. Okay. This process will occur every time I cut and before I use the hair dryer. Okay, right now as you can see, the holes are actually still clearly defined by the base of the hair. See? Okay, so right now I'm actually defraying the rest of the fiber and then I'm blending it in. Under the one under the chin needs. The one is actually one of those fibers that are actually in the center of the bundle. It's happened to also be the bundle that is not that well defrayed. But like what I say, it's no big deal. We are finishing off this beard as we speak. Okay. Oh. Okay, straight away I can see we can trim some here. Throw away. Okay, some here, throw away, defray a bit before we hit the hair dryer again. Okay, some you see some already is already coming off. But there's plenty of fibers inside. Okay, so actually I think we can trim it a bit here also. I need to defray a bit more at the base. Okay, so we hit the hair dryer again. Okay, I need to turn off to tell you guys something. This time is actually have to flatten down the sideburns. Okay. Okay, it's more or less flattened down, which I think we can work further with the defraying.
No, it's painted black. That's inside.
And perhaps some trimming. Right now, actually, I'm finding those strands that is actually not that well defrayed. to trim him shorter to get it easier to defray. Okay, this side, same thing. Usually for this one, I like the headsculpt painting, I do it whenever a new not in one session. Actually, not in one session. That's why if you go back to my my views, whether it's on Facebook or YouTube, you see the character actually look slightly different over the episodes until the final posting. Okay, so we have it something like that, which I think will end the video here. Okay, I think we'll end the video here then, because this video is getting too long. Then I don't think you want me to do a repetition of trimming hair dryer, on and off for another maybe 2 or 3 hours, which is not required. When I work on the model, I just okay. So to recap, the figure painted frog with the hole at the cheek. Okay, then I think we'll end the session now, and then we'll continue tomorrow. Okay, see you guys. Okay, one more time, one more word. Tomorrow when you see this figure, it will be slightly different. Okay, depending on what time do I go to sleep. Okay, you may see it all fully done, or maybe another half done or something like that. Then the appearance will change when I get to building that figure. A bit trim here, a bit trim there. Okay, so that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Thank you. Bye.